Well, good morning and welcome to another Memphis Monday 134, making replacement drawer fronts for stackable toolboxes. What happened is Memphis Monday 34, I built a friend of mine about a 7-layer stackable toolbox, and he liked it so much that he asked me to build 2 more for him, only make them deeper. And on the second edition, I didn't want to do it in the same way, so I put oak drawer fronts on the front. Well, take a look at this these 2 very quick clips. Pretty nice looking toolbox. 13 drawers. And this happens to be the finished product from what we built last week. Well, there they are, our stackable toolboxes. 3 large drawers in each layer. The layers, you can pick a layer up, move it somewhere else. You can stack several of these up and make it as high as you want. You can see from those clips, they look way different. He called me up and asked me if he thought he could strip that green paint off and make it the same color as the oak fronts. And I told him no, that wasn't possible because a different kind of wood, and the reason I painted them that way to begin with is because stain wasn't working, and anyway, I got to think about it, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. You know, those toolboxes really look good. They're all the same kind of wood. So I volunteered to make him some replacements for the stackable toolboxes that we did in Memphis Monday 34. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's knock off that chit chat and get to work. So here's the look we're trying to duplicate. Dimensions are going to be different, but it's going to be the same kind of wood, same raised panel here, and the same handles. Let's go over on the board and check out the plan. Here's a schematic of the drawer fronts we've got to do, all 13 of them. We've got one long one here that's 45 7/8, and all the rest of them, the other 12, are 23 inches in length, and they're all 4 inches wide. And that causes a question: why did I make them 4 inches wide? I don't know. You can have wood cut any dimensions you want, but when you go to a lumber yard like Lowe's or something, the wood generally comes in standardized widths. You know, 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, or 7.25, and you know, there's some sizes smaller and some sizes bigger, and in 96-inch lengths are 8 feet. Well, I got that right, because 23.5, that means I can get 2 drawer fronts in each board, so I get 4 drawer fronts in each board, and I got this 45 7/8 right because I can get that whole drawer front in a half a board. So I got that right, but there is no such thing as a 4-inch board. And, you know, unless I got my hands on some 4-inch or 8-inch clear pine, I don't know. But that means we're going to have to take a 5.5-inch board and cut it down to 4 inches. So let's get started and knock off the chatter. Of course, those 1.5-inch strips we cut off, they don't they don't go to waste, because we're gonna make a 10-inch panel out of them. So by the time we get these drawer fronts done, this panel should be ready too. So we'll have a treat to look forward to, because I think this thing's gonna look good. All I did was just turn up all but one of these pieces, put a bead of glue down there, and now I'm just going to flip them down and stick them together with clamps. I just thought of something. We just did this a couple weeks ago, didn't we? Well, not everybody watches every episode, so. Okay, now what we got to do is we got to do 12 of these 23-inch long drawer fronts. 12 of them. Let's get to it. I got all 13 drawer fronts cut out. Let's go look at the next project. Here we're back at the picture of the drawer fronts we're trying to duplicate, and what we got to do now is put this round over detail on all the drawer fronts. And what makes this sort of hard, not hard, but tedious maybe, is I got to run it through about 2 or 3 times, because I want this front panel here to really stand out. So I got to really cut into it deep. Okay, here's the router bit I'm going to use, this round over bit, and I'll probably start it at about this height right here for the first pass, and then on subsequent passes I'll run it up until it's about that high. Okay, now I'll just unlock it and crank it up about as far as I think I can get away with. We can see here that it's pretty well rounded off. What we need now is that little lip detail all around here. So let's set that router bit. Okay, let's see what that does. So here you can see the difference. See the raised panel effect here? So that's what we're going for. So it looks like we got the right setup. I'll go ahead and knock the rest of them out. Now do a little sanding and we'll be able to put those handles on. Now these handles They look pretty good, but they're not fancy. You know, they're actually utility handles. And they are held on real good with these screws. Okay, I'm staying in the last one. But don't go away. Don't go away, because we'll take a look at them, and we still have that panel to do, so we want to do that panel, because I think it's going to turn out pretty good. So here are our replacement doors for Memphis Monday 34. The stackable toolboxes we made at Memphis Monday 34. And now these new drawer fronts, they will match the stackable toolboxes that we made in Memphis Monday 117. So if we play our cards right, even though we had to cut that 5.5 inch board down to 4 inches, if we make this panel and it turns out, we should be able to get by without wasting anything. I always show you me putting these braces on, but I don't know if I ever showed you me taking them off. What happens is these braces glue themselves across here, and sometimes they're bare to get off. That one came off pretty easy. It's got more gluing surface, so it's now that's a problem. This is 3/4 inch stock, so I'm going to set my thickness planer at 3/4 of an inch, and for my first cut. Okay, one side's already done. That's you can see how beautiful that is. I'd make anything out of that. Okay, now I'll do the other side. I think this is kind of interesting. We made all those, all 13 of those doors plus this panel here, and this is all the scrap we produced. So you gotta like that. Well, I guess mission accomplished. Memphis Monday 134, making some replacement drawer fronts for the stackable toolboxes we built in Memphis Monday 34, and so they'll match the stackable toolboxes we built in Memphis Monday 117. So I hope you go back and look at those videos and kind of give you some background of what we did. And so we were able to get into a little bit more depth on making these drawer fronts and what's involved. And thirdly, I think we made some breakthroughs here in cutting down on our waste even though we had to slice those boards down from 5.5 to 4, our total scrap out of the deal is very small. But tweet, Facebook, comment, like, favorite, and all that other stuff you do on the internet. And I guess that's it. Oh, no, one more thing. Make sure you're back here, and this is the most important thing. Make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.